You don't remember falling asleep in this room. You're sure you fell asleep at the foot of Handler's bed, safe and sound under her gaze, cozy as could be. This room is familiar. Dark, sterile, almost chilly. The walls are made from smooth, flat, black panels that seem almost monolithic, with the floor being made from the same drab grey concrete that makes up the imperial compound you've come to call home. There's a simple, metallic chair in the corner. You, yourself, are secured to a sturdier seat that you deduce is designed for interrogations and torture. Dread had just begun to descend upon you as the room briefly fills with red light from behind you. The irritable sound of an old metal cart moving croaks behind you and to your right. As the room very dimly lights up fluorescent, the cart and the person pushing it come into view. First, you notice the cargo upon the cart. 2 clean steel cups, exactly like the ones you'd find in the mess hall, more or less confirming you're still home, albeit not where you ought to be, parallel to each other in front of a large pitcher of the same material. The attendant herself is a slender-built woman in an imperial standard black jumpsuit with matching fatigue cap. In this lighting, however, it's difficult to make out a lot of her natural features aside from her pale white skin and ponytail hair. She has a very gentle, almost warm disposition, quite frankly at odds with the demeanor of the rest of the base and personnel you are used to. "Sorry to wake you, sweetie," she promptly addresses you in a disarmingly soft tone. "But we needed to take you in the wee hours of the night if we wanted to make any progress on you. I promise we'll have you back with your beloved handler before the night is done." You don't respond more than blinking at the woman. She continues. "In fact, speaking of, did she remove your desire to drink water? Because we've all been watching you closely lately and noticed you've been rather sluggish, more irritable than usual, and as a result have been performing worse in the cockpit. We've also noticed you never finish even half a cup of water from the mess. A lot of us assumed your handler was giving you water out of a bowl, as many like to do. But given the characteristic symptoms we've noted, my cadre and I have deduced that you've let yourself become dehydrated. But worry not, sweetheart. We are going to fix that tonight." She poured out water to fill a cup and turned to meet your gaze. Her deep blue eyes seemed to pierce the shadow under her cap. A red glow casts a halo behind her head, giving her a sort of insidious but angelic aura. You become encapsulated in her. You wouldn't want to disappoint your handler by underperforming, would you, sweetheart? The mechanical cuffs built into the chair release. She hands you the cup. You don't take it yet. She presses on with that soft but insistent voice of hers. You wouldn't want to neglect what rightfully belongs to her, would you, sweetheart? You wouldn't want to be a burden to her, sweetheart. She steps forward. You want to impress your handler, sweetheart. You want to take good care of yourself, sweetheart. You want to make everyone so very happy, sweetheart. Shakily, you finally accept the cup, and with the help of the blue-eyed lady, you fix away your muzzle and drink. The water is icy, but so refreshing. It hurts your mouth a little, not being used to such cold beverages, but it's not long before the sensation rushes to your chest and down, filling you with a sense of what almost seems like renewal. You want to eagerly drink it all down, but she pulls it away after a few seconds. Good hound, but you don't want to drink a bunch in one go and then waste away again. Good hounds make good habits. She finishes something out of her pocket. A wristwatch by the looks of it. You've seen the same one on other base personnel. And now you have one too. She straps it on your wrist. And you find that for the most part it is indeed just an average analog wristwatch, with the exception of a small button on the opposite side of the face from the hand dial. She presses the button, and a short, oddly satisfying buzzing sensation tingles over your wrist. A number flips over on an analog counter underneath the hour and minute hands. Evidently, this is used for keeping track of how many cups of water you've drank in a day. This watch will give a quiet, buzzing chime every hour on the hour. It feels like a sort of tap on the wrist. You'll be a very good hound and drink a comfortable amount of water every time you feel that tap. Right, sweetheart? You nod reflexively. Good hound indeed. Furthermore, from now on, you'll drink a comfortable amount of water whenever you hear the word hydrate. Good hounds always hydrate. Won't you be a good hound and hydrate? Without thinking, you take another deep drink of the ice water, leaving behind a wet mouth that your attendant gently, dotingly wipes away with the cuff of her sleeve. Good hound. Very, very good hound. She smiles. I believe we are done here, sweetheart. Would you like to go back to sleep now? You don't even recall responding. You've woken back up in your rightful place at the foot of her bed. You think it was all some strange dream for a moment, before you feel that gentle, mindful tap on your wrist. You glance down and see the watch. Almost by instinct, you look back up and scan the room, and quickly spot it by the door. A black, polished metal bottle. A standard issue Imperial water canteen. You quietly crawl over and take a swig. Divine, liquid mana from heaven, and still ice cold. A silent sigh escapes through your nose, and you curl up back to sleep. You're feeling so much better already. All is well in the world again.